everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here.
Let me help you out of your jam, Grandma.
You know, I was wondering when this day was actually going to come. I actually have a music review for you guys today. So in case you're new to my channel, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you. And for all of you who are returning, I'm always grateful to talk about anything pop culture, and I'm just happy to talk about music today. And for all of you who are new, just know that when it comes to music, I like to talk about music in pairs. So the commonality link between these two is alternative, as well as bands that you probably didn't even know made a new album. So I've got two very interesting bands to talk to you about today. The first album is an album that came out way back in the early portion of 2018, in February as a matter of fact, and it's from one of the newer bands that I started following called the Wombats. I talked about their album Glitterbug a couple of years back, and when I heard that they were going to be making a new album, I of course was very excited to see what it was going to be, and it has an amazing name. It's called Beautiful People Will Ruin Your Life. Once again, it's got that neo, new wave, synth pop sound, which I absolutely love, with a little bit of interesting elements of psychedelia and independent rock. Very, very interesting album. I don't know if it would be as good as Glitterbug, but if anything, maybe it might be better, but it's definitely not worse. There are definitely some excellent songs on this album. My personal favorite is Turn, which is the very first single I heard off of this album. There's also an amazing song called Dip You in Honey, which is very psychedelic, and other really cool songs like Out of My Head, I Only Wear Black, Cheetah Tongue, Lemon to a Knife. Very good listen. Definitely one of the more interesting and original sounds that has come out in music this year. It's a pity that they don't really get any radio play, but it's definitely a band that a lot of people really like over here. It's got a little bit of a cult following, if you will, and definitely check out their newest album. But now I want to talk about an album that you definitely didn't know was coming, but you probably know this band. Yeah, do you remember this band, Hoobastank? You remember that song, Crawling in the Dark? That amazing album, The Reason? Like, yeah, they're still making music. This is actually their 6th album, and it's called Push Pull. So when I heard that they were making it, especially considering the fact that it has been a very long time since their 5th album, which was called Fight or Flight, I love that album, and I think I wasn't even in grad school yet when that album came out, so it's been a couple of years since they've made a record. But I have to admit that it's not their strongest piece. I mean, there are definitely some standouts in this, especially their amazing cover of Tears for Fears' classic new wave song, Head Over Heels, but I definitely would say the best song on this album is More Beautiful. It just sounds like that classic Hoobastank. They definitely are not as hard as they used to be. They've definitely gotten a little bit softer. I think that their lyrics have also gotten a little bit deeper, but as far as the overall sound of Push Pull, I definitely think it is one of their weaker albums, but I will still say that as a Hoobastank fan, I'm just glad to see them make music again. I have every single one of their albums, and I love each and every one of them to a certain degree, some more than others, but it's just different this time around. Not bad, not horrible. Good, okay maybe, but just glad to have them back. So that's it, everybody. 2 very good albums that I'd like you to check out, especially if you are a fan of the Wombats. If you haven't heard of Hoobastank in a while and you're very curious to see what their sound is like, then definitely check out Push Pull. I would definitely recommend all of their albums. But that's it for now, everybody. Please put your comments in the box below and let's have a discussion about either of these bands, both or neither, and I will see you in the next one. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here and want to see more of what my channel has to offer, please click on the link to my last video, or hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of my uploads. Content of all sorts is posted here quite often, so trust me, you do not want to fall behind. I will see you in the comments, and actions speak louder than words.